We're going to do impact panel here with some guys that are in our cohorts, and just wanted to have them share just kind of what impact has meant to them. And first question was, what was your experience when you first came to an impact event, and what advice would you have for the guys in this room this morning that are considering inviting someone to a breakfast or a cohort? Toan, you want to start off?
I would say I was surprised, but I was also glad that I came. So I first came here with two of my buddies, Brian and Grant. Just through an invitation, Grant, he said that free breakfast, and I'm like, yes, I'll show up. And honestly, looking back, I think that was one of the best decisions that I made. To anyone that considering inviting a friend or anyone, just do it. I think, or just simply just plant the seed for them. As men, I think we go through life with a lot of struggles and hardship, and oftentimes you don't have a lot of people to share that with, and impact is that one place that you can come to and share your experience and share your struggle and find wisdom.
Yes, Lon?
Yeah, so my first impact meeting was probably like 15 years ago. I think it was the CEO of Street of Dreams, if you guys remember that. And somehow I came across in that room, I believe it was, and here was this man that was a very successful businessman. I was providing and working on, just being a new father at the time and so forth. And here I hear this guy that's successful in business, but then he's also talking about being a good father, a good husband, good leader. And I thought, wow, that is such a rare combination. I'd not seen a lot of that in my early career, to see somebody successful in business and as a father and as a leader. So that's what drew me to the first meeting and kept me coming back for all these years. When it comes to inviting guys, I would say I found that guys that are already kind of asking the questions or already kind of searching, those are the ones that are going to be more inclined to come to an impact meeting or to come to a breakfast or a cohort and so forth. But it's amazing though that even the guys that aren't just throwing stuff out there and kind of throwing the bait out there and seeing guys that are that will respond to that. So for me, it just gives me something to invite people to. Not working in a ministry or being in a church or anything, being a business guy myself. This is the one thing that I can invite anybody to, which is super cool. So great.
Thank you. So my name is Diony. So my first impact was the one in Everett. So when the chapter in Everett just opened, my friend Dan Johnson over here invited me just to drive all the way to Everett. So I did, and it was awesome. It was a beautiful environment, and I really enjoyed the fact that it was low floor, high ceiling, like anything from the Dalton jokes and then to amazing wisdom. And one thing that I really enjoyed was the fact that the men who were sharing, they shared from their heart. It wasn't something that they read and then they just spit it out. No, it was their own experience, the work of God, and so forth. That was absolutely beautiful. And also the fact that the leaders were so approachable, like Owen. So I didn't know that I was going to meet Owen that day, but met with him. He was so approachable, so open. It was great. And then after that, I found out that they have same visa. I said, that's close to home because I live in Wellington Highland. I don't have to go all the way to Everett, so I'm here. So I came and it was absolutely beautiful. A lot of wisdom, a lot of amazing insight. I really encourage each and every one of you just to invite, people that you know, men that you know, just to join, because I promise you that will be a great investment for your life. It's like a seed that you're sowing, and then impact will help. Just water that, and then we'll see the growth.
My name is Brian Rufo. My first impact was maybe a little over a year ago. I'm a pretty new Christian. So I started this journey about 3 years ago. And I would say my initial experience was the authentic fellowship, which kind of what you were saying. It's the people I met here are pretty solid. Most of you are pretty solid. So, I'm not going to name names, but my advice to somebody inviting somebody to come to Impact is show up late to avoid the dad jokes. It's the first time I ever experienced physical pain from a joke. So do that. But anyway, all jokes, real jokes, by the way. The experience is really, for me, the fellowship. This whole journey through Christianity, as I got baptized in October and I've gone through this. What's that? Oh yeah, thank you. Thanks. Yeah, my self-esteem is just slightly higher now. Thank you. No, but it's been a hell of a journey. I swear. Sorry. And just the people I've met. The next question I'll expand on. We already know the questions. So.
Yeah. You want the next question? Yeah. So.
You want to go back?
Yeah, go back around. Yeah.
Be over with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brian. Since these guys are in cohorts, what have you learned to grow? What have you learned as a way of growing as a man, and why should men who are not in one join one?
The cohort is really where the fellowship is kind of where the road meets the road. And so, because it's a big group, and we kind of there's a social side to this, and we can hear speakers and so forth. But in the cohorts, it's much more intimate. And so, and again, as a new Christian, I was going to get baptized back in July. I canceled it because I'm like, I don't freaking buy this. I'm not going to do this. And so then I had some Christian brothers, including some of the guys in our cohort, answer some of my questions. Some of the apprehension that I had was essentially alleviated by just having those intimate conversations with these guys at a table, 4, 5, 6 people in a room. And it's just like, okay, I can freaking buy that. I can't buy this stuff, but I can buy that. I'm getting baptized, right? And so that was critical. Enough, people. Anyway, so that was really the key is with the cohorts. The whole journey though, with the fellowship of just the Christian church, everything, the cohort was just freaking icing on the cake for me, really. And so just I have this entirely new social circle, and I freaking love these guys. These are people who are authentic, honest, and we can just be ourselves. And if I have a concern or if I have doubts, I freaking can voice that stuff, and people will just like, let's freaking talk about it. Let's get coffee. I love it. So anyway, thanks for be a loud voice up here.
Wow, I don't know if I can say it any better than that. So I'm going to use the illustrations, if you don't mind.
He's good at illustrations.
Thank you. Here I am. I'm not going to bend my knees at all, and I'm going to try to jump. I can't, and you cannot too. You can't. But if I bend my knee, I can jump high, right? So this is what I mean by that. When I don't bend my knee, this is how high I can reach, right? But when I bend my knee, I become shorter, and yet that's when I can jump the highest. So what I mean by that is that, unfortunately, none of us are tall, or stand tall. What I mean by that is that life will beat you up, okay? But you don't have to crush off to the floor. What I mean by that is that when you join a cohort, those men will help you. The equipment, the training will give you what you need to jump back up again. So that's my experience with the cohort. It's been amazing. The friendship has been incredible, and I will really encourage anybody here. If you haven't joined a cohort, do so. Thanks,
Yeah, I would say the cohorts are just an added layer of accountability. When you're kind of going about, being a father, this young man right here, very proud of Jack. We have a daughter as well, and my wife Ruth, and if I know that I'm going to go and meet with the guys the next day or next couple of days, it's probably going to keep me at just that much higher level of accountability. Warren talked about listening more, and I'm not the best at that, but knowing that I have the cohort, I've got to answer these guys. It certainly gives me kind of brings me to a higher level of accountability. But yeah, I definitely can agree with you guys that the nuggets that we share, I mean, there's strength in the wisdom we receive. Iron sharpens iron. In the cohort, guys at all walks of life, that you just hear different perspectives, and you're just like, man, I never thought about that, and it just brings you to that higher level of accountability, and just helps me in my faith. So I encourage all you guys to get in a cohort. I highly recommend it.
I think, man, there's so much to pack it in. But I think Warren's speech today is pretty much the short version of what a cohort would be like if you join one of them. I think since joining cohorts, I mean, at this point I've joined multiple. I've just grown so much as a man, as a leader. Be more loving, be more patient, more kind, just in all aspect of life, really, I think. And one thing that Impact Player has really helped me see that doesn't matter what kind of wisdom I learn from every man in here, but for my spiritual walk, I think there's the Impact Players, the men have shown me that Bible is the perfect guidance to living a righteous life. The only perfect example for you to model your life after is the Lord. So that's what I really appreciate about our cohorts.
Awesome. Thank you, gentlemen, for sharing.